Okay, just getting the stream going. Let's see here. Make sure everything is working properly. Edit this real quick. If you're in the stream right now, I'm just making a few edits. Sorry for the delay. Just hold with me for a few minutes and I'll get started momentarily. Still new to streaming, so my streaming skills aren't the best. Okay, let's upload a new thumbnail. Okay, that should have worked. Sorry guys, if you're on, I can't tell if there's any viewers or not right now, but I'm just, again, I'm making some adjustments, so just hold with me for a brief moment and I'll get started. Kurox Crypto, thanks for joining the stream again, man. And you were on earlier. Really appreciate your support. We're just going to hold off for another second, get going. I'm going to talk a lot about derivatives today in this video and what I think might happen when we when we eventually start to lean towards more of a bearish market. Okay, things are loading up. Okay, there we go. All right, we are good to go now. My thumbnail has been uploaded, and we're just going to go over some stuff right now. So let's talk about Binance first. So right now, Binance is the leading platform for derivatives, but I'm looking for the next move in the derivatives market because there's been a lot of players in it, seeking to make it more of a DEX and whatnot. And, we can really see what could happen with that. So right now we have mainly all the centralized exchanges still for derivatives, but if we scroll down, we can see stuff like DYDX, which I've never used. The main thing with derivatives right now at the moment is that there's a pretty significant gas fee just to get in. So it's not optimal if you're trading a small amount, but eventually I will be looking to, maybe get some put options on the market just as a way to protect myself. And, with put options, if you guys do not know what a put is a way of shorting the market. You're not actually shorting it. It's different than a short. It's a little bit less risky than a short, but I would think of doing a put with a pretty far out expiration date, maybe like 6 months from now at a low for maybe Ethereum or Bitcoin. And look at some of the new coins. Go to the spotlight. Until more people get on, I'm just going to do some research on different coins and whatnot. So feel free to check out what I'm looking at the moment. Trending, we have. So this must have been ENV or EVN. Yeah, so I was tracking this earlier on DEX tools and it was pumping like crazy and I couldn't find the website. But now we can look at the site and see what it looks like. The Swiss Cantonal core of Zug is dissolved. Envion AG and ordered its liquidation. Holy shit. So I guess Envion no longer exists. But let's paste that contract in here and see what happened to it. So it's still pumping. I mean, and I'm not sure this is the right EVN, but it should be. You can see right here that, yeah, there's something wrong with the site. That could just be some sort of hack or exploit. Who knows if that is true? Maybe it's Evencoin. No, the market cap is wow. I have found a very dead coin here. Look at this. The market cap is $95,000. That is ridiculous. This is something a scammer could use to hype up and pump and dump. This would be very, very easy to pump. But do they have the liquidity to do so? Probably not. Let's just look at this because I'm interested. And it doesn't even come up here. So the Evian there was not the EVN that I'm seeing here because that contract address did not pop up on DEX tools. Let's try Twitter. See if we can find the Evian tag or EVN. Because I'm definitely interested in this coin. It's just been doing, very well. So. Ah, shit. Twitter's not working at the moment. Let's try one of my go-to passwords that I used in the past. Nope, that did not work. Okay, so we won't use that. We can try playing with one tab. Okay, good. We're up to 7 viewers now. Getting some more traction on it. Sorry, guys. The stream's going to be a bit slow for a moment until people hop on. So in the meantime, just chill out, hang around, like the stream. Guys, like it. Comment, get some traffic going to it so we can get going here. Okay, so this is interesting right here. This is someone who I follow on Twitter. War on Rugs. So War on Rugs is they're basically like just a auditing group. They're not like legitimate auditors. They don't have a business. They're more freelance auditors. I'm pretty sure they just do this for free. But they go through and audit coins. So EVN token, an unverified contract can allow or deny trading of wallets, owner, defraud investors by whitelisting itself before listing. Likeliness of losing all funds, absolute. So if you guys are DEX tools traders, which I've talked about doing in the past, War on Rugs is an excellent page to follow because a lot of these coins, they're not going to have legitimate audits on their coins at all. So really your only source for security is someone like War on Rugs. So we can go back to EVN and see that it's still, it peaked here, but it looks like it'll come back down. But yeah, according to him, it's not looking good. We have a comment from NCH. I don't know how to pronounce that name 17 times. BTT future or shit. So the interesting thing with BTT is that if you guys do not know, the BitTorrent network, there are a lot of similarities between the way that BitTorrent works with seeding and leeching files. And really, BitTorrent was one of, if not the first decentralized networks out there. That's what interested me. There's even speculation that the founder of BitTorrent had something to do with Bitcoin. That would make sense because it came out a lot before Bitcoin came out, and the technology is very similar. So in that sense, BTT is interesting to me just because, it was like kind of the first mover in that whole decentralized movement. Future or shit. See, the thing is with that is, okay, so what's the main use case of BitTorrent? The main use case of BitTorrent is pirating and streaming downloads. So the main use case of it is illegal. And because of being illegal, so what the BitTorrent token does is allows you to make money on seeding and leeching data on BitTorrent or speed up your downloads by using BitTorrent token. Now, the problem I have with this is it's on Tron, so that makes it a bit better than Ethereum because there's more privacy features on Tron. Because people who are going to use this are going to obviously want privacy because they are most likely partaking in activities that are not legal. But at the same time, I don't see why they would pay for a service like this. I never really saw it, but then again, I'm not an expert on BitTorrent and what it does. So I wouldn't say BitTorrent or BTT is shit, but I wouldn't call it the future by any means. So that's my opinion on that. Check out what Oomb is. This really is a good way to find tokens, just on DEX tools I've talked about many times. UMB. Okay, this is not the worst chart I've ever seen. But it just came out today. The daily, wow. So the daily volume is 37 million. So in terms of volume, it's doing very well. Pooled UMB, so they have liquidity. Let's see if there is a Unicrypt pair. Okay, so they have no lock liquidity. $27.20 holders. I think this might be a insurance. Yeah, Umbrella Network. They must have just had their launch. Yeah. Fully diluted market cap is at $1 billion. Wow. Okay, so they have a massive supply. Obviously, if they're fully diluted, is at $1 billion. I actually might have looked at this in the past. The scalable community owned Oracle. Okay, so it's an Oracle coin. Empower centralized financial information with real world data at massive scale. And it was on PokeStarter. King of Fun says Sparta. So I'm assuming you're talking about the Spartan token that was listed on Binance and had that big pump. Yeah, I talked about this the other day. Yeah, it was after the Binance pump, but I mean, it goes to show how powerful that pump is. It went from 13 million market cap to 76, so that's huge. But markets, we can look. See on Binance, yep. So they're doing 9 million in volume on Binance, but they're doing 11 million on Burger Swap. Wow. And someone in my chat actually was earlier was talking about Burger Swap, so maybe I'll look into that. And AnySwap as well. One of the coins I wanted to look into was Zero. So I made a trade on Zero, and I traded this right here, traded this movement to this movement here. And I traded it because they had a airdrop coming, and I was like, you know what, it'll probably bounce up. So I made a little trade there. But the problem with this one was there was some decent FUD on it. Normally, people, what they do is they don't pay attention to the FUD, but honestly, you should definitely pay attention to the FUD. FXF, FinXFLO just launched yesterday. You can look at FXF. I looked at this earlier. Yeah, I did. Yep. Yeah, someone mentioned this in my chat earlier. This is on my list to look into. The demo trading aspect of it really interests me. But let's check it out on Etherscan. FXF chart looks weird. Yeah, we can look at the chart on it. So let's copy this and head over to Dextool, see how it looks. Okay. I wouldn't say that looks weird. I mean, oh, no worries, man. Sorry, I missed that. No worries. I mean, my streams get literally 0 views, so anything in these streams I appreciate, so no worries on that. But yeah, this chart to me does not look weird. Like, you know what it reminds me of was Paid Network, which let me just make a new browser tab real quick. I can show you that I actually like this kind of chart. Have you seen the BNB's pump? Yeah, I've seen the BNB pump. Too bad I sold my BNB back in December for like $30, but whatever. That's just how it goes. So let's go to paid, and I can show you. And this is a chart that's very similar to DOT and Uni as well. It's the kind of chart that I kind of do like to see. But Paid Network, so I was looking at Paid actually, and of course passed on it just because I was like, don't really feel like it. But if we zoom in to when it first launched, I mean, yeah, that looks very familiar, doesn't it? Very, very familiar. We had that high wick up here from that pre-sale, pump and dump FOMO, just like we had here. So in my opinion, a launch chart like this, where it launches and has a chart like this, either indicates that there are very strong holders or there is a token locking. So the pre-sale buyers have a token lock. So there's not any opportunity for them to dump on the public market when it first gets launched. Paid did me a 5x, but falls to a 3x. Yeah, no, paid with the whole arbitration thing looks cool. The thing with that is one of those tokens that sounds really good on paper, but never really comes to fruition because if you guys do not know what arbitration is, it's settling something in court but outside of court. And yes, it costs tons of money, and a blockchain arbitration system could be good. However, actually using the blockchain for arbitration, like that might be one of those things in crypto that it could be a decade before we actually see that. That's CMA app. Don't know what you mean by that. Jose says, I think that small BSC20 tokens will be next. Yeah, I could definitely see a lot of these pumping up very high. For example, BSCX, which is my pretty much the only finance one that I'm really into. And I talked about this one about a month ago when it was around here. And that was because they had their insane farming going on. Am I lucky getting a Sparta bag at 80 cents? Yeah, you're probably just lucky. I mean, maybe you knew something, but I mean, I doubt you actually knew they're going to be listed on Binance. No one really knows. Or no, you played it well, actually. I was thinking you got in much earlier. Because some of these people who got in at the 1 billion market cap, they did like a 75x, which is very, very good. But yeah, let's go back to comparing paid to FXF. This could, just based off the chart and the fact that so paid was a Polka starter. This could be, I mean, just based on what I'm talking about right now, this could be a good trade right here, FXF, even though I've not looked into it at all. But if we compare it to paid was a Polka starter launch as well. The initial chart looks almost identical, again, to FXF. The volume, I mean, FXF is doing almost the same volume as paid right now, which is pretty impressive. But it looks the same, both Polka starter projects, and all the Polka starter projects are pumping right now. Sparta will pump more and know it. Why do you think Sparta will pump more? I'd be happy to hear why you think that's going to happen. The team announced today something important like DEX tools by MBSC. Wow, okay. Good info, Jose. I would actually really, really like that because there's not really something like that on it. There is the Binance Chain Explorer, but like you said, there's not really like a DEX tools on the Binance chain. Maybe I can look at the announcements I have. I'm still in their Telegram group. Let me just search it up in my other tab. I have like a whole like free monitor setup thing going on. So I have a lot of data to look at. There's an AMA, and then there's, okay, yeah, I found it right here. You can take a look. Let me just minimize these so you guys don't see what's going on in those. Have you ever used Uniswap? If so, you probably know DEX Tools. We're launching a better version of DEX Tools to BSC via IDO on Launchpad X. The first IDO on BSX Launchpad will be available this February. You need to lock your BSCX to get Lucky Star tickets. Yeah, man, BSCX is having some very good developments. That's the whole thing why I was bullish on it from the get-go, was they're actually innovating. Because there's stuff like, not Badger, but Pancake Swap or Burger Swap that are on the BSCX blockchain. Yeah, they don't really have much innovation, but BSCX has continued to innovate and make new products, which is great. So, I'm sorry, it looks like they're having a token for it. Now, there is the DEX Tools token. We can actually look at that. I think it's just DEXT is the token. Yeah, DEX Tools. I don't really know the benefit of holding the DEX Tools token. I never really got it. We can look at DEX Tools and see what that is, because if they're trying to mirror DEX Tools on the Binance Smart Chain, it'll probably have similar price actions to the original DEX Tools. So let's look at that real quick. We just go to dextools.io, pull these over. And yeah, I'm very intrigued by this FXF. I'm going to have to go through the white paper, and if it all adds up, maybe I'll make a trade at this level because it's looking very good at the moment. Let's see if we can see the market cap. Fully diluted is 77 million, so even with the diluted, it's pretty low. The pooled FXF is only 1.4%, so with the percent so low, even maybe even taking an LP position could be very good because you'd have a high percentage of the pool. It will pump because the Chinese guy told us. You're talking about CZ? Maybe. Okay. There we go. Trying to find data on the coin. Okay, so this is what the DEX Tools token does. 150 USD in text, monthly prescription, 20,000 DEX, hold. So basically, if you hold the DEX Tools token, you get additional features and whatnot. Yeah, with the BSC Launchpad of their BSCX DEX, it's probably something I wouldn't go into just because things where a token is not needed, it's like a subscription service, they could usually just set up a USD payment instead of a token. So things that could easily be replaced by just a standard fiat currency, I usually try and avoid that. So what should I do if my transaction cancellation is pending for 20 minutes? Is it worth it to speed it up? Yeah, so what you're in right now is like the biggest headache ever on Ethereum. For stuff like, why did you cancel your transaction? Did you make a mistake, or was it just taking forever? And if you paid, so what a new mistake I made back in I think July or August, I really adjusted the gas fees, made the gas extremely cheap, which I just was noobish and didn't know what to do, and made my transaction. I think it was over 24 hours I hadn't gone through. And then I canceled it, which took forever as well. But at the point you're at right now where gas is, I don't know if you want to try and speed it up. Is it safe to drop a big bowling ball in my head? I don't know, man. It could be. Depends how strong your skull is. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's go back to that DEX Tools token for the BSCX. It's probably not something I would do. But I do like what they're doing, where if you hold the BSCX tokens, you can get in earlier. So a lot of good things to drive the price up for this token. Thanks, Flo. I'm just gonna spend some more time looking into this. Okay, so right off the bat, I read this and I just think 1inch, because that's what 1inch does, and that is what other AMM aggregators do. So we'll have to go down and see if there are other things to separate it, make it a better service, something like 1inch protocol, which I really like 1inch. I try and use it when I can. I really do like their LPs too, and their dashboard is very sexy as well. So like just looking at 1inch is way more pleasing to me than looking at something like Uniswap. Okay, 12 people now. It's growing slowly. Guys, if you're on the stream, thank you for joining as always. Please like the stream. It kind of helps it boost up the algorithm and, get the thing going. Global order book, global best bid and offer company by Big Smart order tuning means all orders largest won't get the okay. So this is good right here. And again, I talked about this earlier. The one account one wallet, one KYC provides exchanges. So I need to know what the KYC is, because that is a big thing for it. If the KYC again is something like your driver's license, many people would not try and do that. Do you have a 500 or 5,000 kilo hex bag like me? Are you talking about Hex the crypto? No, I'm not a Richard Hart fanboy. I don't. Man, King of Fun, you got some jokes in the chat, man. Let's actually look at Hex. Hex, what's funny is Richard Hart. That guy is an interesting man. I think half of Hex's value is just the personality of Richard Hart. 2 billion market cap. I mean, Hex is a Ponzi, but doesn't mean it can't make you money. I believe this was like the big payday. I remember hearing about this. I've kind of followed Hex, like I said, just because I find Richard Hart to be a fascinating person, but at the same time, he's kind of a weird guy. And he does a lot of things where he says, Hex is the best cryptocurrency and whatnot, but then he owns like half the supply. So it does, he contradicts what he does. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. 8 million in volume. Let's look at I've never actually looked at the website, I don't think. But I know Hex is like a staking platform where you stake and whatnot. Up 352x this year, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. Average 40% interest a year before USD. So Hex was like, in a way, it kind of front run the whole LP movement. Although it's completely different than LPs because you're just getting paid in Hex. LPs actually have inherent value because you're mining the transaction fees. But Hex was the first, or one of the first to have like a very good staking platform. And I think a lot of the way it's set up, like the longer you stake, the more rewards you get. And of course, that suspends up the price. Hex is amazing. Hex has operated perfectly since launch a year ago. 100% uptime. They got ads in the paper. I mean, yeah, Hex is just Ponzi written all over it, but I think 3 years ago it wouldn't be a bad one to invest in. Also, another one I see a ton people shilling is Wise. So Hex is ranked 204. Wait, how is Hex ranked 204? What? Hold on a second. Because if we scroll down, yeah, that makes no sense. So you guys just saw that, right? So Hex is ranked 204, but it says it has a market cap of 2 billion. So I don't know what's up with the data here on CoinMarketCap.com, but that's not right. I staked my Hex for 5,500. 55 days? No way, man. You did not do that. If you did, like that was very, very ballsy move. Richard will fly in the sunset with all the ETH, I promise. Yeah, I don't think anyone would be surprised if that happened. Someone explained to me though why Hex has a 2 million market cap, yet it's beneath. Like it doesn't make any sense to the ranking. That's why I will check out CoinGecko and see why this exists. So it doesn't even show the market cap. I believe you can trade on Uniswap. Yeah. So what we can do is do the old Uniswap and see if we can find the right data. Hex is not right on TMC. Yeah, I was going to say, like 2 billion locked into it. That is nuts. It is too late here in Spain. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the optimal time to stream because my viewers are from all around the world. And I'm kind of starting to realize that a lot of my viewers are not actually in the US like I am. So my times might be a bit different. But yeah, Spain is awesome. I've been to Sevilla a few times. Every time I go to Spain, I absolutely love it. Great place. Oh, Hex. They hate on Hex. It's funny how as soon as I start talking about Hex, more people join the stream. You know, Hex has this insane army of people behind it. Okay, I understand. Only 2 million liquidity. If we go to, it won't show me. Okay, let's stop talking about Hex. Nice, I'm from there. Oh, awesome, man. Or maybe he's talking about Sydney, but he's talking about Sevilla. That's pretty sweet. Momix is the right site for Hex. I saw you live, and ironically, you were talking Hex. Yeah, Hex is has its like magic to it. When you start talking about it, things just happen. Max, great info. Thank you, Killgrave. Can't tell if it's Killgrave or Killgravy, but either or, I like it. Okay, let's move away from Hex. I kind of want to look at that one. The things too is these. I was going to look at Wise. That's right. The referral programs on these are insane. Like referral programs are good, but at the same time, like they're not good for the right market cap. Okay. I remember before the bull market, everyone was, not everyone, but a lot of people I saw online were shilling Wise. And I think these tokens would have done well. Wise and Hex, they would have done better. But now that Uniswap and all these other legitimate yield generating platforms like Yearn even have come out, it's kind of has rendered coins like Wise a bit useless, in my opinion. There's penalties. Peter's a real estate entrepreneur. Yeah, whatever. All the tokens from FXF private sale are unlocked. They have 27% in treasury that unlocks in April at 2.5% per month. Okay. Thanks for the info, Harvey. That's that makes me even more bullish on it. I think this is probably my favorite coin you guys have told me about because based off the chart, what they're trying to do. Again, I had the white paper pulled up and I was going to read through it and look at my thoughts. I actually read the white papers. I don't know if you guys do that or not. But yeah, Tixel bag. Tixel is an interesting one. Very interesting to me. I really like their website too with the Autobahn network. The thing with Tixel is there is just a lot of competition. They're going to be competing with, everything is moving towards cross-chain. But they do have that German stereotype where, the Germans build the best stuff. So maybe Tixel will be huge in the future. And like right now, with how low Tixel is and what they're trying to do. Tixel is definitely a moonbag investment. I do not own any Tixel. I looked into buying some and ended up just not pulling the trigger on it just because I didn't see the volume there. And one thing that deterred me from Tixel, was they had this like Moon Boy club. It was called like Tixel Moon Boys or something, where there's like big holders of it. And I just didn't like that for some reason. Hex is giving me 40% APY. Yeah, 4% APY a year ago would have been insane, but now it's not that great, to be honest, compared to other LPs and whatnot that you can do. I've been in Badger. Yeah, Caesar always talks about Badger. BNB will murder Ethereum. Yeah, no, I don't agree with that. There's no way. It'll do well, but I don't. Like if BNB actually, okay, King of Fun. Let's say a year from now, if BNB is above Ethereum in market cap, I'll send you $20 USDC. How about that? And I'll actually do it. A year from now, if that happens, remind me, and I'll send you that money, because I do not see that happening at all. Let's just look at the ranks. So 17 million or billion, sorry. So that would be BNB 10xing and counting on Ethereum either decreasing or staying at the same price. It's easy to say that only because of this bull market. People are so euphoric right now. Yeah, the whole euphoria of the market, it's almost like, I don't know the right word for it, but it's just too much. And sometimes, hey, I'm late. Thanks for joining Global Photographer. You are one of my top stream viewers. This stream is not doing as well as the previous one. I think that is mainly because I'm streaming at a later time, and a lot of my viewers, are out and about or in a different country where the time zone is different, so they're either sleeping or just waking up. It's insane. It's insane. Yeah, BNB was like nothing. And like I said earlier, when I was using Binance, I was holding BNB and loving it. Like that whole ecosystem on Binance with BNB, where you get the pre-sales, not the pre-sales, but the launchpad tokens, and you get the yield, and you also farm stuff. It's a brilliant system they have set up. I think BNB too, yeah. I mean, it came out at 10 cents, so absolutely ridiculous gains on that. Filecoin is like investing in Google in 2000. Maybe, I don't know. Not really huge on Filecoin. The one I was really wanted to look into was NuCypher. It has the whole Binance listing, but I've heard there's a few people I talked to in crypto who I definitely respect their opinion, and they've said that some very bullish things on it, so I need to look into that one. Have you seen Jouled? No, but I can look at it in a minute. Close out the Wise Hex stuff. Yeah, privacy perversion. Let's actually take a look at Fala. I covered Fala a while ago. There was a lot of hype around it. Let's see if it kind of fizzled out. No. So I covered Fala. I think I covered it around here at 9 cents. And now it's at 30, but I didn't buy any. But Fala is leading pretty well in the privacy space, I think. ITS has been ripping. It was trading for under $10 not too long ago. Yeah, so ITS is normally, if I were just to look at ITS, it would not interest me at all. But the thing with ITS is I've been a part of their community for so long, and I've seen what their developers are doing. I've actually seen some of the progress they've made. They're not showing anyone, but what they're making is essentially, think of a Uniswap that is a perpetual volume making machine. Yeah, so it needs volume. So with the Reniswap, so if you follow ITS, you know that Reniswap is coming out soon. And what RenderSwap will do is, due to the mechanics that are instilled in it, it will utilize bots that try and arbitrage or front run to generate volume indefinitely. So it'll be a volume creation tool that will drive a ton of volume to the ITS rebalancer. And the ITS rebalancer, if you are in ITS, that drives up the price because it buys ITS then burns it. So I'm still holding ITS. It makes sense why it's low right now. And to be honest, all of this volume right here, like if you follow the coders and devs behind ITS, all this recent volume, part of this, like this uptrend here, was just from the burn. So just it burning drove up the price. But this big buy right here was mainly from other developers who were in the know buying in on it. So, when Runa comes out, and I do think it's going to be very good. I mean, ITS, like this could be, with the burn, I mean, this could be worth thousands of dollars. I'm not just shilling my coin that I'm invested in. I don't want to be a shill or anything. But ITS could very well be a gem of an investment. But again, do your own research. That's just my thoughts. Right there, pump just started not too long ago. And yeah, this wasn't even pump. This was just half of it because the LP is tied to ETH. So ETH dragging up the LP with the ITS. And then again, that burn function. So we look at the contract of ITS. We can look at the burn address. Let's go to holders. So the burn address, they've already burned 44% of the supply. And that is with about, that's with about $3 million of daily volume maximum. So with Runa coming out, which will drive tons of volume, which could 10x the volume, ITS could be a $10,000 token or 10,000 supply token. With 10,000 supply, that would automatically, because at 50,000, 5x the price just based off the burn mechanics. So, very interesting with ITS. People forgotten about it. It's Harley Trading Index fuels. Yeah, so the ITS team, they don't care about marketing right now. They're a bunch of developer nerds. They're just focused on building it. So check out YieldWatch Smart DeFi Dashboard. Yeah, and ITS will have a use case because it will be the governance. And it was kind of like the test for Runa. And Runa obviously will have a use case because, we can't really talk about it much right now. But what they're building is completely new, not at all some sort of just clone. And it's going to get a lot of volume, in my opinion. Okay, check out YieldWatch Smartwatch. Okay, let me copy and paste this over to my browser real quick. Please enter your wallet address. Not going to do that on stream just because, well, actually, I can use one. I have like a test wallet I can maybe do that for, but I'll look at this later. I talked to one of the people in the chat about it. I thought about it because I don't really, making money obviously is important, but for me, building my channel and my name in this space is more important than that. And I thought about literally giving out my public address for you guys so you guys can see everything I'm doing, but decided that might be a bit risky, so did not do that. If you guys are still watching, thank you for tuning in. Please like the stream, as always. Just kind of ramp up the volume of what's going on here. Jesus Christ, this guy, Sal, if you're watching this, man, you got to stop spamming the same link. Follow the rules. If you guys are in my Telegram chat, you have good info, you will grow. Thanks, Kill Gravy. I'm just going to call you Kill Gravy because it's a funnier name than Kill Grav. But yeah, if you guys are in my Telegram chat, I also have a referrals chat. And the idea with this was no one followed it, of course. I really need more moderators, more people to help out. But the idea was there's a website called Invitation Codes. So Invitation Codes, you can use, or you can, on Invitation Codes, you type in all your referral codes. I have my own invitation code page that you guys can use. But the point was to use that rather than just posting your own links. And we can just share our own codes. But no one follows it. And this guy Salah, he just keeps spamming his same link, so that's kind of annoying. You can set up a frozen market cap or de-hedge for people to see investment strategy. Oh, okay. Good information. A little photographer. I think I might have known that actually, but I just kind of forgot. And there was, let's take a look at it real quick before I do this. But yeah, I can make my own portfolio on here. Enzyme. I'm sure right now the gas fee to do this is absolutely ridiculous. But if we look at enzyme.finance, yeah, so let me go to do this. Launch app. But so this allows you, it's like a totally decentralized hedge fund. So I could make my own hedge fund and you guys could invest in it. But the gas fee to make your own hedge fund at the time, the fee to make your own fund was like $100 in gas, and that was in December when I was looking at it. So now it's probably like $1,000 to make your own fund. But this is very cool. So I could make the max 0x fund, and you guys can invest in it if you'd like. But at the same time, I don't really want to be managing other people's money at the moment. The whole financial advisor thing, obviously it's not for me. And this is all for entertainment purposes. Okay, so let's get back on track with this. So the core market cap portfolio is a good idea. Go to portfolio, create. Okay, so I gotta log in. Maybe I'll do this later. That's a good idea. It'd be kind of interesting too. You know what I could do is, never heard of this? Yeah, Enzyme Man. So for example, I love crypto, but I'm sure there'll be times in my life where I'll want more passive investing. I might utilize something like Enzyme. And there's also, if we go back here, there is token sets. Yeah, so token sets. The thing with Enzyme, it's all on chain. Token sets is not. So Enzyme, anyone can make a fund. Token sets, I would maybe use token sets over Enzyme because token sets, you have to get your fund approved. Like you're a approved hedge fund manager, and I actually applied for one. I was going to do like a yield farming one, but did not get approved, unfortunately. But token sets is very, very good, and it's all there's no KYC or anything. But we can look at these sets, explore sets. Yep, the DPI, DeFi Pulse Index. This is going to be hot for sure. I think too, once we get more funds like this, the DPI, I could really see crypto taking off more because a lot of investors or investors with a lot of money don't have the time to, look at all the cryptos and whatnot because it is a lot of work to fish through all the coins out there and find the good ones. So these are the only sets they have right now. But they also had, social trading sets. Chad Link set. So this guy just trading Link. Wow. So this one, for example, Link/ETH price action candlestick set. Intelligent ratio set. So there's some people out here who have done very well. This guy is up 10x, but he has a 10% performance fee. So what that means is if you go over the performance ratio, or say the performance ratio is 10%, say the fund makes 11%, you'll pay a 10% on that 1% additional profit you make. So there's 776,000 invested in this guy's set. And this is versed. So he's outperformed the market. Very impressive. Yeah, this is a good one. Token set's one of those things again, like once I, eventually cash out, my strategy is mainly LPs and maybe a token set or index fund, and then just chill out for a little bit. Chill out on the investing part, but keep learning keep studying blockchain, maybe learn some Solidity or something, and keep going. I tried TokenSets last year, not very user-friendly. Yeah, it's still a work in progress. I've never actually used it, but good info, Gemma Croft, that's something to keep in mind. I think Enzyme might be a bit more user-friendly, but I think there might be higher fees on Enzyme because it's totally on-chain. But let's compare that to this. Have you heard of Sci-Fi Chain? No, I've not. I can look into it real quick. Maybe you spelled it wrong or something, but nothing on that. Maybe go to CoinGecko, see if there's a Sci-Fi Chain there. I did not mean to do that. Yes, Enzyme is much better UI. Yeah, Enzyme's cool. It's definitely cool. And it's one thing that I want to pay attention to because, again, having some investments be passive is good. You know, being a totally active investor, that's not for everyone. Oh, it hasn't been launched yet. Okay, gotcha. Sci-Fi, is it sci-fi.finance? I'm guessing it's that. DGCL 700K market cap, take a look at their site. Okay, so Ultra Microcap, you can look at that in a minute. I have so many tabs open, it's ridiculous. Oh, your benchmark LP strategy, interesting. Hope for a balancer pool with ETH. So I've talked to the team. I've been campaigning for an XMark pool. So if you guys do not know, on websites like Yearn, you can take a USDC, which is Aave USDC. So you can stake your USDC on Aave, earn interest on that, and then pair that with another coin on Yearn and earn additional interest. You're compounding your compound interest. And that was my idea with XMark. I talked to the team and I'm like, guys, why don't we do a XMark pool where we do XMark USDC instead of Mark USDC because you'd be earning a higher rate of interest. And also it'd be a bit easier on each side because of the whole rebase thing. But that has not happened yet. And a balancer pool would be cool as well. But I think if anything, they might try 1inch or they might try BSC because they did have that new partnership with I forgot what it's called, but it's a Binance Smart Chain platform. So yeah, let's go back to Sci-Fi. I got sidetracked real quick. But yeah, the benchmark LP is great. I'm going to keep averaging into that. Talked about ITS, went over Enzyme. Investment funds for the Web3 generation. Okay, so it's hand selected. Zero management fee, monthly rebalancing, community govern, 100% collateralized. Okay, so based off these numbers, it has underlying assets, governance, rebalance, zero management fee. Looks very good. Well, I like these graphics too. That's very cool looking. Oh, what are the assets in it? Okay, so it has Sushi, the Graph, 1inch Spice, Alpha, Engine, Rook, Hedgic, Stake, Keeper, Geodata, Pickle, Wi-Fi, Die, Idle. With the index funds, the one thing I was kind of like thinking about was I'd actually be more interested in a passively managed fund. So this is actively managed, meaning it's hand-picked coins. I would actually prefer one that just goes off metrics. That's totally automated. Let's say top 10 market, like the S&P 500, if they had a crypto 30 or something, which is the top 30 coins, that to me would be more interesting than hand selected coins. 4tube, Thank you, whole photographer. Yeah, that's what it is. I've just invested money for Steam's Liquid Platform partnership with Mark. Yep. Is it worth it to stake Mark for X Mark? The price seems so low. Not sure if worth the fees. Yeah, that's a good point. So right now with the current gas fees, it probably isn't worth it. Like for example, the APY is between 2 and 4%. So let's just say it's 3%. So it's going to cost you. You're going to have to approve it, then spend it. So if we go to Etherscan, and I kind of went over this earlier today, but if we go to 181G WEI, so to add or move, let's say it costs you $40 to get in. Let's just say put in $10,000 worth. So 10,000 times 0.03. So it'd take you about a week to so if you put in $1,000, it'd take you a week or so to make it back. So yeah, it might not be worth it. And the fees too are based off a 3 to 7 year cycle. If you're like really bullish on Mark and you're like, I'm gonna hold this till I die, like if you're gonna hold it forever, then yeah, you might as well stake for X Mark. But if you're gonna hold for short term, which technically a short term hold is a year or less, based off U.S. tax code at least. So if you're long term holding more than a year, I would say maybe eat the fees and stake it. But if you're trading a low amount of money or not enough money to cover the gas fees, I would not do it. And yeah, I really am wanting to hold Mark for over a year. So, but maybe not. Maybe I'll have weekends. The market will collapse, and I won't do that. But we'll see. Let's take a closer look at ForTube. Oh, and also I was actually talking to one of the members of the Benchmark team, and they agreed to come on the Telegram chat. So in the near future, we'll have a Benchmark team member come on to the Telegram chat, which I'll also stream on live on YouTube. Sorry. So it'll kind of be like a Benchmark Protocol podcast where you guys can be in the chat. You can ask any questions you guys want, and I'm just gonna, pick their brain and see what they have going on and be trying to get some good information for you guys who are interested in Benchmark. Okay, yeah, so I was looking at ForTube earlier. Kind of an ugly UI, not gonna lie. I'm on the bounty page, okay. That would be great on Mark. Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I think it would be Kurt, who's the COO at Benchmark. I've, developed a little bit of a relationship with him, just talking over the last few months because I immediately was like super interested in it when the fair launch happened. But yeah, I think he would come on and talk. Yeah, that'd be great. So look forward for that. One-stop crypto bond issuance investment platform. Oh, I wanted to talk about DigiFox. I don't know if any of you guys have used DigiFox, but I used it because why the hell not? It was it's DataDashes. So if you guys do not know who DataDash is, he's like one of the biggest, or you could say most renowned crypto YouTuber. He's been around forever, but he created DigiFox, which is like a new type of Ethereum smart wallet. It's a non-custodial wallet, so they don't hold your keys. But the thing with DigiFox that I did not like is the security aspect of it, because it's totally done by fingerprint and 2FA. And if you guys don't know, 2FA is historically easy to hack. So I'd rather just go the traditional MetaMask route and have my secret phrase and whatnot, and not mess around with the DigiFox thing. Kudos, it's a major hidden gem. I don't know if you're referring to a coin or saying kudos. Mark seems like an ideal wealth generator and preservation tool. Yeah, Mark is ideal in a lot of ways, but we'll see. I could be wrong, just like with everything, but I still always very bullish on it. Is NDX Finance a good index fund? Yeah, I've heard a lot about NDX on Twitter and whatnot. Kudos to coin. Okay, thank you, Carl Monty. I'll look at Kudos real quick. Hold on, I never even looked at sci-fi. Oh yeah, I did. Sorry guys, sometimes when I look at 100 coins a day, it can be a bit taxing. So I might in the future try and just focus in on a few coins. Uvisius, what's up, man? We were actually just talking about ITS earlier. Had some members in my chat, asking about ITS and what's going on with that. Some interest about it. So thanks for joining the chat, man. Okay, yeah, we can take a look at Kudos. Just get it to search out real quick. Just being stupid. Okay, Kudos. 11 million market cap, so pretty low. Oh yeah, I've seen people cover this before. I forgot who covered this coin. Web 3.0. Yeah, I'll have to look at this one later. I'm not going to look into it right now just because I've kind of already looked at it. I'll add it to my list. See if FXF has any price movements. Is there a good way to move some of tokens from Ethereum to BSC network? Really the best option in my experience has just been literally using Binance to buy the BEP20 assets. But really, there is the Binance Bridge. I've never actually used it, but I don't have a good answer for you, Gemma. Sorry. Filecoin going crazy. Yeah, I saw that. We can look at File for a second. Fortunately, I did not hold any File. For some reason, all the campaigns for it kind of, was a turnoff for me. Yeah, it's going pretty good. There was stuff I wanted to talk about, but I actually completely forgot. Do you use Binance or Binance.us? So I talked about this in one of my other streams. I used to use the normal Binance, but then they stopped punting me. So I had I think it was a ridiculous stop loss I had set. Like the stop loss was set at I think like a 20% loss or something. And just on that day on that exchange, Binance only, there was a massive wick that came down and just screwed me. And that really pissed me off. And I contacted their support and everything, and they were just like, there's nothing we can do about it. And it was on Tezos, and it was actually a pretty big position that I totally just lost 30% on for no reason. And then shortly after that, they realized I was from a US IP, and they banned me, and I stopped using it. But I do use Binance US sometimes. But I really try and stay on the DEXs, Uniswap, MetaMask type stuff. It is interesting when looking at the gains against ETH. Yeah, we can see how ETH is doing. Yeah, if you guys do not know who Uvisius is, you guys should follow him on Twitter. He's actually one of the developers for ITS and RenaSwap. So if you guys are interested in ITS, he's a good person to follow. So check him out. I kind of look more into this one. It's very interesting to me. And really my main focus, again, has just been focusing on, my exit plan. Like how am I going to protect myself when things do eventually go down? It's kind of cool right there. So this is interesting to look at if you guys are investing in Benchmark. The VIX is basically like the fear indicator for markets when volatility gets extremely high. We can see this was, I'm guessing, in March. Yep. So this was when COVID hit the markets. The VIX went off. And what's interesting about the VIX is that Benchmark, they haven't actually used the VIX yet, but once Benchmark gets extremely high, or not extremely high, but has that big increase in price, because right now Mark is at, I think, about 30 million market cap. Once Mark gets closer to PEG, so that 1.4, so that would be I mean, it could be in the recent future, but once it like stays very close to it, meaning it would be close to $1 billion market cap, the SDR won't really be used as much for rebalances. They'll actually use the VIX. So they'll take, massive VIX shocks like this and use it to adjust the supply, which is very interesting to me, but we can kind of use this as an indicator. And the VIX, I wish they had a VIX for the crypto market because they don't, because this is only for the S&P 500. If you guys in the chat know of a volatility index for like the crypto, if there's a top 100 crypto volatility index, that would be very cool. It'd be something I'd be interested in monitoring myself. Because if I go to CoinMarketCap, if I look at the volume, the data just isn't very good, which is kind of ironic in a way. Yeah, we saw the spike here, but it's interesting to look at. Hey Max, I assume based on your content, you are not that much into NFT, but I would love to hear your opinion on NGCL COO as part of Pokemon Go Team Japan. Okay, that's interesting. I can look at that. And yeah, it's not that I'm against NFTs. I just don't really get it. Like, maybe it's because I'm not a very artistic person. NFT thing, I don't really see it. I think once things of value that aren't art start becoming tokenized with NFTs, then I might get a bit more bullish on it. Thoughts on Rubik short term? I don't know about Rubik. Their team is very small, and there's actually a lot of competitors coming out for that recently. I think the other day I saw like 3 new cryptos that were similar to Rubik where you could do cross-chain swaps. So I don't really know how I'm feeling on Rubik, to be honest, for the short term. Okay, well, let's check out DGCL, sorry. Staring at my computer way too long. Fixed measuring of options prices, yeah, it's the volatility. Thanks for hopping in, Grant Roger. Barnbridge token bond is an amazing looking project. Yeah, I heard about Barnbridge a while ago, but let me just focus on this real quick. The DGCL cool token. One-click NFT creation with no coding required, seamless. Create your own digital collectibles and rewards by launching them into a liquid. Okay. So they got the ease of access out of the way. So they say. So they have metrics on it. Seems interesting. I'd have to, look into it further because right now, for example, on Ocean, if you guys don't know what Ocean is, it's a NFT marketplace. It's already pretty easy to make an NFT. If I have my own account and I could make one, I think I did actually make an NFT a while ago. I can't remember if I did it, but it was very easy to do. So I'd have to look into it and see how easy it really is. If it really is that easy, maybe it could be a better competitor. And if their token has, more FOMO generating pumpamentals, you could say it could be a good option. Barnbridge token bond. Yeah, I've looked at this. I saw Coin Bureau's video on it. It definitely is my favorite crypto YouTuber, really the only crypto tuber I watch pretty regularly just because he, does very good research in my opinion. $16 all the way up to $73. Tokenized risk protocol. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I can look further into this one. The main thing that like right now with gas fees. Some coins like that one I was looking at, which I really like, was FXF, is they have the demo. So maybe they have a test net you can use. Because I really do like, especially coins that have like actual applications to them. I really like to use the platform before I invest in it. But right now with gas fees, that's not really feasible. But maybe if I can play around with Barn Bridge, I can, make a better assumption on it. Kudos, Bond, and Game, all hidden gems I got for you. You know what? Right now, so Carl, those are your gems. What we can do right now actually is this just popped up off the top of my head. So I'm just gonna open a text document. I'm gonna save this on my computer, call it Carl Monty. Why not? No, not do that, sorry. So let's just do a little experiment on these gems, Carl, and see how they do. See if you are the gem master, because you might be, you never know. So today's the 9th. Kudos, then you had Bond, and then you had Game. So I'm going to record the prices right now. And, a few weeks from now, a month, we'll check back in and see how these gems performed. Kind of a fun experiment. You know what I could do, actually, is I could do like a contest for you guys where everyone submits 3 coins, and then I take the total return of the portfolio. Say we do 3 coins, split it up to a 33% stake in each, just like hypothetical. And then, a month from now, we can see whose top 3 picks perform the best, and winner gets some sort of prize. That'd be kind of fun to do. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. I think that'd be kind of a fun experiment to do. Unbright announced a deal with Hashgraph for tokenizing a Hashgraph. Is going to be huge, I think. We can look at Unbright. Let's go to Twitter and just see their announcements. Probably make it a bit easier to find. That's not the right thing I want. I can't find it. Yeah, that's a good idea, Max. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I can maybe I can figure out some sort of like Google Forms or something. But what I could do is just make some sort of form where there's a date you guys all submit by your top 3 picks. We do a 30-day countdown. At the end of 30 days, who has the highest returns wins the contest. I don't know, make it like $20 or something. I'm not going to give it away a ton of money. It's more just for fun. It'd be pretty funny if the market crashed and someone just had a USDT DAI pick and they ended up winning. That'd be pretty funny. I might actually do that myself. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to end the stream now. I've been streaming for 73 minutes at this point. I do want to try and start streaming for like 2 hours, just kind of see how long I can go. But again, there's only so many coins you can look at until you start to, lose it a little bit in the head. As always, guys, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you guys are listening to this and are not in my Telegram chat, I'll have a link down below. Actually, I'll link it right now in the chat before I head out. Make sure you guys join that. There's a lot of cool stuff that goes on in there and whatnot. So let me just search that up real quick. Sorry. Got so many monitors open, it's hard to keep track of what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, so there is my Telegram chat. Okay, thanks, guys. I'll probably be streaming again pretty soon, so make sure to tune in.